Hello, I'm Sensei Frank, and welcome to Tech Tiger Martial Arts. And today I'm extremely excited to present to you an in-depth study to one of American Kenpo Karate's greatest hidden treasures, Kata, short one. Now we will not only be going over some of the finer details to the formal application of Kata, but we will also be demonstrating Kata under the more practical applications. But before we get started, there are a few things we need to know. The first thing is that we need to understand that Kata short one is really easy to learn and simple to do. And the reason for that is simply because the Kata uses basic gross motor skills that are effective and powerful to help you accomplish your self-defense. The next thing we need to understand is that Kata short one takes place in the clinch position. That is the shortest distance between two people in a stand-up fight. Hint, short one. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about the head and arm control or the over-under, the double underhooks, the double overhooks, bear hugs, or even takedown attempts. Kata short one can help you to develop balance and distance control. And the way it does that is simply by training the practitioner to develop the back step, the side step, and the half turn, along with learning how to pummel the arms into a very strong defensible position. Kata short one will help you to contend with someone pushing you, pulling you, shaking you, yanking you or shoving you around, or even trying to pick you up or push you down. Simply put, this kata is an excellent training device to learn how to defend against throws, trips, sweeps, and takedowns, because this kata is meant to keep you on your feet. There are many other things that this kata provides us, and as we go along, we'll learn more. Let's begin. Hello everyone, this is Sensei Frank, and welcome back to Tech Tiger Martial Arts. First thing I would just like to say is that the introduction to the formal application of kata is the beginning of our self-defense. And if you're interested in finding out more, you can look at my previous videos on the introduction to kata. Now let's begin with the inward blocks. Now let's take a look at two of the most important blocks in the kata, the diagonally downward inward block and the diagonally upward inward block. You will see both of these blocks being used over and over again in the kata. They are essential to understand and perform correctly. Now we need to learn how to use the body to generate as much speed and power as possible. And all blocks need to be done in this fashion in order to get the best results. Remember, we are working in the clinch position. Now there are a few essential details that we must practice in order to get the most out of our diagonally downward inward block. The first detail is the 45-degree drop down using your body weight to pull the attacker. Secondly is the actual use of the arms to pull the attacker in, and then last, dropping your weight into that fighting horse stance to get the maximum power and explosion out of your block. And don't forget to allow the legs to spring back into that fighting forward bow stance. Now let's take a look at some of the finer details to the kata. The first is the pulling of the left hand back to the rib area. What we are essentially doing here is using the lat muscle to do the pulling and not our arm. The next detail is the idea that the right arm is really driving in with the elbow, pushing outwards and not actually pulling in. This is essential to knocking the attacker off balance. Here's a short little clip demonstrating the diagonally downward inward block from the clinch.